What is up, everybody? Welcome back to my channel. My name is Erin Bees. I'm a wife, a mom, a military veteran, a certified personal trainer, and I spent 13 and a half years in multi-level marketing, healed my way out, and now I'm using all of my social media platforms to educate and raise awareness around the dangers of multi-level marketing and the tactics used by the reps, plural, reps. Anyways, if you'd like to follow me on social media, TikTok and Instagram is how you can find me. Pick your platform. You're going to see this a whole lot because it's my favorite thing to wear during October. Anyways, today I was sent this video. Well, not today, but today I'm covering Tony and Sarah Zolecki's coverage of how to launch a new product. As we all know, they have launched, when I say they, I mean Modere has launched a new product or new products. I've already done plenty of videos on that, and you can check that out. I'll link them in the video description below where I go into depth on them. Also, I find it really fascinating that allegedly Modere is paying these companies to give an honest review of their product and listing studies, but the studies are not on Modere's product because it's a proprietary blend. Anyways, I go all into that. I can't remember if it's a recorded video or if it was a live stream. It may have been a live stream. So check that out. So here we have Tony and Sarah Zolecki. They are some of the top distributors in Modere. That's not a compliment, Sarah and Tony. All right, calm down. Yeah, Sarah messaged me after I did a video last year, earlier this year, and she was like, I was always good to you. Really? We've had like just a couple of conversations. What do you mean you're always good to me? What have you ever done for me? That's such a weird thing to say. Anyways, Sarah, this one's for you, I suppose. This is their video that they did on how to launch a new product or $1 million launch or something along those lines. And do I think that this is Modere's last ditch effort to not go to an affiliate and or file bankruptcy? Yes. Yes, I do. Yeah, let me know what you guys think in the comments. But let's get to the video.
Hey everybody, Tony and Sarah Zolecki. And today we're going to give you 3 tips on how to have a successful $1 million product launch.
Are you like forcing that smile? Like it just feels so aggressive. It's just me.
And babe, we're in the thick of it, aren't we?
Yeah, I mean, it is awesome. So first of all, hi everybody. Hi replayers. Great to connect with you guys today. We wanted to jump on here because we're like, you know what? Let's give these guys some great tips for a product launch, because we all know you guys are in direct sales. You're in network marketing.
I'm not actually. Are these tips going to include allegedly messaging former team members and begging them to come back to the company? No? You left that part out, I suppose.
Company has products that are launched all of the time, and sometimes for you it goes well, and sometimes, well, it doesn't go well, right? And so we want to give you guys just some really cool things that some amazing leaders on our team, ourselves, along with just so many great people that are part of our company that have really, we've really cracked the code. We've really cracked the code.
You crack the code to people leaving the company. That's why there's a mass exodus happening at Modere. That's why people are being messaged, allegedly being asked to come back, and oh no, we can get you back to where you were when you left the company, however long ago that was, right? It's getting messy, Sarah. It's getting messy. Also, I really enjoy, that's sarcasm by the way, how these two seem to put on this front online like they care about their people when messages that people have shared with me show the opposite.
On a product launch, and it's been amazing. I mean, the last 72 hours now, you know, gosh, I don't even know, like 1.5, right?
Yep.
Crazy, right?
I do appreciate how they coordinated their colors with their background, though. I think that looks great.
In customer volume, there's just so much good stuff that's happening. So we want to give you guys 3 simple.
So much good stuff that's happening, guys, at Modere. Okay. Like hiring a CEO. This hair is bothering me. I'm sorry to be fidgeting with my hair. Like hiring the former GNC CEO because the company allegedly, in my opinion, is getting ready to go retail and go affiliate. What do you think Sarah and Tony are going to say when the company goes to an affiliate model? What do you think they're going to say? Oh, guys, we got to stay the course, you know? How much of their income do you think is from having a team and recruiting versus selling a product? Do you think that these people are still selling products? Maybe the new products, But do you think they actually are actively trying to sell Modere's products to people, or is it just about recruiting? I'm curious to know what your thoughts are. Let me know in the comments.
Like Tony talked about. So the very first thing is this, okay? So for those of you that are watching that have a team, okay, it is your job as a mentor, as a leader to equip your team, right? They need to be prepared, right? Again, winging it for a product launch is a terrible idea, is a absolutely terrible idea.
Yep.
It's going to fall flat. It's not going to go well. So prepare your team to win, okay?
Is that why Modere allegedly is hiring people to give reviews? I should play that.
You may not have heard of Modere yet, but over this weekend they had a product launch that was very different than anything we've seen. With 4 in-person launches all over the US, they launched a transformation system that contains one product that I really want to talk about. It was launched their COO, none other than Nate Frazier, also president and executive chairman. Nate comes from GNC. He was COO at GNC, was part of bringing in the exclusive relationships with Ghost and Alani Nu, and now he's working at Modere. The product in this range that I think is going to be interesting to talk about is called Curb. This product has some interesting interactions with GLP, but they're doing it in a different way, and in my opinion, a responsible way.
Oh man, we have so much to talk about. Stormy says hi. That blog that this account is referring to is a sponsored blog. Who do you think paid to have that article featured and this video made? Just who do you think? What they're not telling you is that the 28 people referred to in this reel and on that website are distributors in the company that allegedly had to sign an NDA and a non-compete in order to participate. What they're not telling you is that they had to eat a low glycemic index diet and they had a fasting period of 12 hours between dinner and breakfast the next day. Those are the things that they're not telling you. So did the changes come from the change in diet, or did it come from the products? We don't know, but I'm talking about it tonight on my channel.
Okay. So here's the thing. You might be watching and you might say, well, gosh, you know what, Sarah, I don't have a team. I get it. Okay. But what I'm going to share with you, you can actually create yourself, or guess what? All of you guys have people that you're probably friends with that are sidelined in your company where you can partner up, right? So you can partner up with them, or obviously if you have a team, you can equip your team, right? So let's jump into it. Should we talk about it?
Yeah, let's talk about the first thing, which is everything. And, the collaboration piece, like Sarah talked about, is super important because you want to have the right graphics, you want to have the right curiosity posts, you want to have the right language as you're pushing this thing out to your list, to your social media, to all the different ways that we're going to talk about. But you've got to really be ready, like Sarah said, and you got to have the best stuff.
The collaboration piece of people being in a multi-level marketing company, what happens typically is somebody makes a graphic, they put it in the group chat, the team chat or whatever, and they're like, oh my God, this is so amazing. And people save it and everybody posts the same thing. Now, I have talked about this before. I'm going to say it again. The whole point of marketing your whatever it is that you're doing is to stand out from the competition. And if everybody is posting the same graphic and doing the same curiosity post and posting the same products and using all the same hashtags, that's not effective marketing, in my opinion. And that's essentially what they are saying here. You've got to collaborate. So if so-and-so is good at graphics, they'll create the graphic, you create the curiosity post, you do this, you do that, and everybody uses those things. So it's a bunch of people marketing the same things in the same way for the same products, and they think that that is effective.
And again, I think a lot of times people say, well, I have it all. I've got the best stuff that I'm going to push through the team. And I'm like, that's great. But there's a lot of people that are really smart in the team, in the organization, around you. And again, just look at everything so that you can have the best graphics and the best post so that
you can't convince me for 1 second that these two are creating the graphics for their team. You cannot convince me of that, because why would they do that when they have a downline that somebody else can do it?
You can win right off the bat.
Okay, so I want you to think about this, okay? For those of you that are taking notes, there is only...
Taking notes on what? What are we writing down? It took you however long to introduce yourself. Tony introduced you guys, and then Sarah had to introduce herself. And what are we supposed to write down? Collaborate? Is that all that is on these people's page? Oh, let me write down step 1, collaborate.
One time, okay, to have a product launch, one time. So you want to do it right? And you want to do it big. So equipping your team, Tony talked about like having graphics and curiosity posts and story flows and real ideas, right? Guys, there are people that are in your team or sideline with you that's their strengths. Some of you guys might be watching on here and you'll be like, oh my God, I feel like I don't even know how to use Canva. I don't know how to create, B-roll for reels. I don't know how to do a lot of that stuff, okay? There are people in your company, there are people sideline, there are people in your team that they love to do that.
Or, now this might be a hot take, if you're really wanting to market and stand out from your competition, which unfortunately in MLM is your upline, your downline, your sideline, everybody in that company is your competition. That's just how it is. You could learn to do these things on your own. You could watch some YouTube videos. You could, take some sort of a course on it and learn how to do these things for yourself so that you're not depending on somebody else that's going to give you some sort of a watered down marketing strategy that is not effective and is doing nothing but advertising and marketing for the company as a whole.
Right? Drop me a 1 if you're like, I love to make a graphic, right?
Drop me a 1 if you like making graphics. Okay, why? Because you're begging for engagement?
I love to make a reel. I love to do this, right? So I think again, remembering like a successful launch is all about collaboration, okay? Big time, big time, big time. So you got to be thinking about, when you're doing a launch, you have to let your team know, listen, you've got to be visible. If you are not visible on social media, you don't have a business, right? So think about the things that you're doing with your team, equipping them, okay? So what are the things that I can give them that can create curiosity, right? On their wall, in their stories, in their reels, where people go, I want more info. Hook me up. What's a scoop? Tell me all about it. How does it work, right? So it's making sure that we can equip them and give them those tools so they can start getting visible out there, right? Giving them ideas for, content, ideas for different things that they can do. So one of the things that we worked really hard with, along with an amazing team, shout out to any of the team that's watching, is that we really did that. We stockpiled so much stuff that people had plenty of things that they could use and riff off of and, create and customize their own to get out there to start creating that curiosity, to start being more visible on social media, right? Because for most of us, our team, they don't know what to do, right? They don't know what to post. They don't know what to do. They're panicking. So it's like, all right.
They're panicking. Don't they have a whole app that tells them what to copy and paste and post on their social media? Isn't that what the Modere app is all about?
So how do we help solve for that? We got to give them this whole library of things that they can do prior to the launch. Okay. So I want to tell you guys too, when it comes to preparing your team and equipping your team, that's not talking like 2 days before you launch. This is talking like a month, 2 months before you do your product launch, right? So it's got to have this effect where it's every day, up until that launch, right?
Yeah, and I think another important thing too is you don't have time to convince your leaders or convince your team that they need to be consistent with this every single day. Like, this is the time that you got to lead out and go. You don't have time to like slow down and have all these conversations on why you're doing it and you're doing it too much and you're just being too crazy. You're just being so focused on this. Like, this is what you got to do. And, if no one wants to
imagine being on their team and having questions about certain things with this launch and how that's received. Oh, you don't have time. We don't have time to be answering these questions. Check the group. Ask in the team chat. They're not going to have time to answer these questions. That's what I feel like this is giving.
Follow you go. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
If people don't want to get on board, you go. If people don't want to be consistent, you be consistent. If people don't want to follow your lead, guess what? You just go. You just create your story. You just go and do these things because you will get results. I guarantee you will get big results. And like Sarah said, you gotta start early. I mean, with our product launch, we were starting in a good 60 days early?
Easily. So leaders, if you're watching this, you need to be having strategy Zooms with your team, right? Like again, it can't just be in a chat or in a group and you just throw a bunch of stuff in there, right? You need to jump on a Zoom and say, all right, guys, here's our strategy, right? Because they're like, Captain, tell me what to do, right? So
Did she just salute with her left hand? She lives in the States, by the way. That's why I'm saying that. Did you just salute with your left hand? Please stop.
Do some of these like strategy Zooms where it's like, hey guys, this is what we're doing. We're all going together as a team. This is the direction we're going, right? These are the assets. These are the things, right, that we're going to do, right? You got to give them like these little assignments so it helps them stay on track.
Why do you have to give them assignments to keep them on track if they're business owners? I mean, we know, you and I, as we're watching this, we know that they're not business owners. Otherwise, they wouldn't all of a sudden be crying on Reels when their company goes to an affiliate model because they know now that they're not going to be able to make money off of their team and or recruiting. And the wild part about that is, didn't they always call it affiliate marketing? Hey, this is just like affiliate marketing. Is it? I don't know. Why do you have to keep people on task if they're a business owner? Because business owners hold themselves accountable. They come up with their own marketing. They come up with telling their own stories in their own way on their own social media platforms. They're not collaborating with people selling the same products in a pyramid scheme. That's weird.
And keep them moving, right? So number one, equip your team. And again, if you don't have a team yet, you got to equip yourself. Use a sideline buddy, find someone that you can connect with, right? And you can start doing this. Okay.
What do you say and how do you set up a strategy Zoom?
So Ingrid, with your team, right? I know you've got a team. With your team, you need to say, hey, listen, we're going to put together a strategy Zoom, guys. I want everybody to be on. We're going to talk all about how to have the most successful product launch. So be on Sunday and we'll talk all about it, right? And then feel free, Ingrid, since obviously we know each other, send me a DM after this live. And I can walk you through like what to say and what to do inside of that Zoom. Okay. So number two, right? Number two is
VIP list.
Yeah, VIP listen.
Wow, I've never heard of somebody in an MLM company that is launching something new, say something on social media like, hey, get on the VIP waiting list, making people think that they're very important when they're just a name on a list that those people are going to contact when the product launches. And they're like, hey, it's live. Here's my link. I've never heard that before, ever.
And I don't know about you guys, but how many of us love the red carpet rolled out for us, right? Drop me a one. How many of us love VIP? How many of us love like, oh my gosh, make me feel special, make me feel important, right? Everybody does, okay? So VIP.
Sarah, do you feel important that I'm featuring you on my channel? You're the VIP of today's video. You and Tony, VIPs, giving y'all the star treatment.
This, guys, is awesome to use. We're going to show you guys how to use it, but also it is not just for a product launch, okay? So take some notes. It is not just for a product launch. It can
What are people writing down?
be for a promotion in your company, guys. It can be for a relaunch thing inside of your company, right? So
A relaunch. So a launch that's not really a new launch, but it's just somebody trying to get re-excited about their business in a multi-level marketing company. That's what a relaunch is. Somebody took a break. Somebody was like, I've got to step away for a while. And they talked to their upline and their upline said, you should just do a relaunch. We've seen Brittany Anderson and Prove It talk about relaunching your business every single day. Sounds exhausting to me. Sounds terrible. And the amount of free labor that these people's downline are just giving away is absolutely absurd to me. And why? Because they feel seen by these people. Ugh, just gives me the ick. You're worth more than working for free for these people that are making money off of your purchases.
VIP list is such a great way to get people to raise their hand and say, hey, keep me in the loop, right? I want the scoop, right? Keep me, like, hey, like make sure you hit me up and I want to know what's happening with this, right? So VIP list.
How many times do you think she has said right in this video?
Again, a lot of that stuff is going to come through the curiosity posts, right? So you can say you're, launching a new product, blah, blah, blah. Obviously a lot more sexier verbiage than that, right? But it says, hey, do you want info? Do you want to stay in the know? Do you want to are you on my VIP list, right? If not, like, drop me a message. If not, right, you can do polls in your stories. You could do reels, all kinds of stuff, right? So from there, once they're on the VIP list, okay, here's what's funny. People always ask, what's a VIP list? Like, is it like a special thing? Like, do I have to put them somewhere? No, guys, a VIP list, literally, you get someone that says, hey, I want more info. I'll put it on there. I'm like, oh, okay. Andrew Johnson wants to be on the VIP, and I write VIP list, and I just track it all right here.
It's almost like I just said that. It's almost like they're saying that these people are VIP and really they're just on a list of who to contact when a product launches. That's not a VIP list. That doesn't make people feel important. That makes people feel like a number.
It's not fancy. It's just them going, oh my gosh, this is great. I'm on the inner circle of that.
I mean, is that the inner circle? Is it a list of people that you're going to contact when a product is available?
Right. So the VIP list is a great place that you can create and just start building your list of all these contacts, right? And a lot of them are newer through social media, but some of them even.
I doubt that. If you were attracting people organically and they were new, your analytics on your social media would show that. And not that I've looked at their analytics, but I could make an educated guess that they're probably not attracting a whole lot of new people. So you can't really say, oh, well, it's probably a lot of new people on the VIP list. I don't think so. I don't think that that's how that works. Those leads would have to come from somewhere, which means your content would have to reach new audiences. And I'm pretty sure that's not how their analytics would look if I were to take a look at
it. Might be your existing contacts as well, right? So it's going to give you a chance to go back with people that are already customers of yours, right? And putting them on a special list and making sure that you stay connected with them. So the VIP list is something that's just so solid that we absolutely love.
Yeah, and our product launch that we're in the thick of it right now. I think we're on day 3.
Yeah.
We're just coming up for air today. Is that, we had such a high demand for our product that, with our VIPs, they knew they were getting the product first.
Yeah.
They knew as soon as it was launched on Saturday afternoon, they were getting it right off the bat. And they didn't have to wait. They didn't have to do anything because they were on our list and they knew for sure their order was going through. Their box was being shipped. They were going to get it no matter what. If we sold out, they would get it. If we ran out, they would get it. If something happened, they would get it, right? Because they were in that inner circle.
Yeah.
If they were sold out, how would they get the product? Unless more product was created. As if these people don't let people know on every aspect of their social media when there's a new product. Why even be on a VIP list? It doesn't make any sense. You could just watch their stories like many of us do.
Guys, with the VIP, once they're on that list, there's a couple things you guys can do, right?
You can copy and paste the same message to all of those people and say, hey, the product's available. Make sure you log in if you have an account, or here's the link to order the product. It's a copy and paste message that they send to all of these people over and over again.
You can use incredible software like Project Broadcast, where then you can actually start broadcasting, right? Because some of you guys might say, oh my gosh, what if I get like 50 people on my list or 100 people or whatever, right? And I know a lot of you guys are moms, dads, working careers, right? You're doing this part-time, right? So you can use Project Broadcast, right? Which is great because it allows you to do one broadcast. It goes out to everybody, but if they feel like it's just one person, right?
How come people in MLM can get that, but they don't understand the concept of using a streaming platform to hit multiple social media accounts, like what I'm using here? How do they not put 2 and 2 together?
Right? They feel like it's just you to them, right? Or you can use Shout. I know that NowSite also has a CRM. There's a lot of great companies. I know that Go High Level also has one now, right? So there's a lot of things that you can do, right, to stay connected with them. I also have, what did I write down here? Also, too, guys, a VIP list. You can do something super simple, okay, to keep everybody together. Because I know in your mind, some of you are like, how do I do this onesies with all these people? Guys, you can start a chat. And
I've never heard that before, Sarah. This is so profound. Start a group chat with all of your VIP people that you want to think are very important, but really you just need them to buy your product.
You can start a chat, right? And you could put 10, 20, 30, 40, 50 people, right? We had people on our team that they had 3 different chats, all full, 250 in each chat. Mind blowing, right? For people that raised their hand and said, I want info, I want info, I want info, keep me in the loop, right? So this chat though, I want you to understand, this chat is not a chat that you have to be chatty all the time, right? Sometimes people like panic about that.
This chat is not something where you have to be chatty all the time. So what I'm hearing you say is you just drop your sales in there. Yeah. Don't worry about what everybody else is talking about. You just drop the sales in there. Yeah, that's really going to make people feel like they are very important.
Chat simply is, and you can just have it in there and have it pinned where you're like, hey guys, I got this chat together. I feel it's the best place that I can get you guys all the information, right? Get you all the details, all product information, and everything about the launch, right? And so every once in a while, guys, you can drop some information, you could drop a video, you could drop some education, you could drop a before and after, right? You could do a countdown timer. Oh my gosh, 3 days left. Oh my gosh, 2 days left. Oh my gosh, 1 day left. Then it's like,
this is so profound.
10 days a day, right? Get your order in. So what's great with that chat, again.
Sarah, the clapping is too much. You're probably hurting your audience's ears. I'm so glad I don't have headphones on listening to this right now, because it would be like, yeah, you guys get it. I know you do.
It allows you to be really effective, right? Those other tools I talked about allows you to be really effective with the time that you had. So you're going to take from the VIP list to onto these different platforms. And it's just an awesome, awesome way to get your launch set up.
And here's another thing that's been magical with these chats is that typically when we did our launch on Saturday, we had good, better, best, right? Packages. And we were able to put the best package in these chats. So when people did go and order, instead of then maybe just getting one product, right? We gave them an opportunity to get the best discounts and the freebie stuff that was coming with the launch and these products. And we were really clear with them. So they were so grateful and they said, wow, thanks for this. This is amazing. I would have got just this one. Now I'm able.
Imagine thinking somebody in sales, essentially. Imagine thanking them for upselling you on products. I'm sorry. I'm just in a silly, goofy mood, and this is so profound.
Get this one, and I'm really even more happier now because I'm getting a bunch of more stuff. I'm saving a bunch of money, and this is awesome. So those chats help for that as well.
Yeah, I mean, guys, think about this. If someone sent you something and it said good, better, best, what typically are you going to pick? Best. I want the best deal. I want the best discount.
Not everybody. There's a lot of people that are going to say, well, how much are each of these packages? And what are the benefits of we're talking about supplements here. So what are the benefits of it? What is the data behind it? Where is the evidence that shows that this does what you're saying it does? There's a lot of people that are going to want more detail instead of just being like, oh, give me the best. I don't care what it costs, please.
I want the best hookup, right? So again, when you do your product launch, make sure it's not like, hey, here's your product, right? No, you want to give people options. People love choices. They love to choose, right? So, good, better, best, they're going to pick best every single time. Best every.
Really, Sarah? They're going to pick it every single time. So every time you sold one of these packages on your new product launch, they all bought the best. I highly doubt that.
Single time, because that's how we're wired. Right? I love that. Thank you for pointing that out.
Yeah.
All right.
So let's talk about
what is your source on that? That's how we're wired?
Number three, nail the follow-up. Let me give you a quick analogy here, and then Sarah's going to add to this. So when we launched on Saturday, I think our first day we did about 870,000 in sales.
And how much of that in sales were from distributors or social marketers? How much of that was from people that are ordering under a fake customer account that the distributor, aka the social marketer, is actually paying for? Because, you got to be a product of the product, right? I'm sure that's what you tell your downline.
That first day, it was absolutely incredible. And you know what was crazy about everyone's VIP list is that probably only about 20 to 30% of the people on the VIP list. Now listen, we've had, thousands of marketers, with thousands and thousands of lists, right? Some with 5 people, 10 people, 50 people, 200 people, 300 people on their list. But we found out that only about 20 to 30% of people's VIP list had bought in that day. Mm-hmm. That means 70%, which is thousands and thousands and thousands and thousands of people that raised their hand that wanted to be on that list, they still haven't bought. They still didn't get it. So nail the follow-up.
Yeah, so guys, as much as the preparation part is important, right? It kind of is getting you conditioned. It's kind of like if you haven't worked out in a while and your muscles are tight.
Please don't give an example about working out, Sarah. And how working out is the same thing as launching a new MLM product. Please don't. Please don't do that.
That first month or so, it's going to help get you in shape, right? And then you're going to have that launch. But let me tell you, what's happening right now for us, it is.
I'm glad she quickly went a different direction rather than elaborating on the working out example. Why do they always give weird fallacy-like examples?
Like the most important, right? Because this is typically where people kind of fall off. This is where the marketers, you and I, we sometimes get lazy. We don't do the follow-up. But listen, there is so much gold in that follow-up. And understand, even last night for me, there's people that I'm messaging that said they were going to buy a couple of days ago. They didn't. Getting them the information, finding out if they have questions, right? Some of them are saying, hey, I'm going to order today. I'm going to order tomorrow. I'm going to order, over the weekend. And I'm like, great, right? But here's the thing, the prep work that you do to get people on that list, guys, are leads for a long time, right? There are also potential people that are going to buy later. Mm-hmm. There are also potential people that might promote the brand with you later, right? So you have to understand.
Bold of you to think that Modere is going to be around much longer, Sarah. Wishful thinking, I suppose.
And all of that work, right? And all of that stuff that's happening where you're visible and people are seeing and there's eyeballs, you understand, a lot of that stuff is going to come to fruition 30 days later, 60 days later, 90 days later, right? So don't be discouraged if you have this launch and you're like, oh my God, I had 50 people on my VIP and only 10 bought. Well, guess what? You still got 40 leads. That's better than what you had probably a month ago. Right? That's better than what you had maybe the month before that, right? So don't beat yourself up. Focus on, oh my God, I got 40 leads now.
What in the toxic positivity is happening? If people aren't buying and you're in a sales job, essentially, contracting job, you're not making any money, but you're asking people to continue to work and to work on those leads.
Right? And this allows you to nurture them and work with them and make sure they get all the information that they need, right? So I want to encourage you that follow-up piece, the nurturing part now, for me, I'm just really, really just hyper sensitive and really laser focused on that because I know that's where long-term where all the gold's going to come from, right? So hope you guys got some great info. Number 1, equip your team. Number 2, do that VIP list. Number 3, follow up like a maniac.
Wow, so profound. I know I've said that 3 or 4 times, but are these new tips that you have heard from people in MLM? Because they're not for me. They're definitely not for me. I feel like 2015 called and said that they want their idea back.
For those of you that are maybe getting ready to do a launch, share this with your team, guys. You want to have the biggest, baddest launch ever?
Yep.
Then get them this info, right? Maybe if you're getting ready to go have a launch and you've got some questions, send us a message. We'd be happy to be an open book and say, this is what happened. This is what's going on right now, right?
But you're only an open book with certain things, right, Sarah and Tony? You don't want people knowing everything that you're doing, right? Like the, private messages and things. No, probably not.
Help you guys have it because at the end of the day, we just want so many people in this profession to flourish. You guys all deserve it. You guys are all working hard. You're wanting to make it happen.
And it's not going to happen. Unfortunately, for a large majority of people in multi-level marketing, it's not ever going to happen. That's what the statistics show us. Modere's own income disclosure statement shows us. Pick a company, look for their income disclosure statement. It will show you have a very small percentage of ever making a livable wage in that company. And the amount of hours and the amount of people that you have to try and talk into joining the scheme, knowing that they're going to make money or not make money, knowing that they're not going to make money, but you will be. That is what you have to be okay with in order to be at the top of the pyramid in these companies.
Not to go around for everybody. We all get a big piece of the pie, right? We all don't got to be tearing each other down. We just got to be loving on each other and cheering each other on. So just whatever you guys.
Unless they go to another company, right, Sarah? Not that I'm a fan of Justin Prince and Make Wellness, but if they go to Justin's company, now you're going to do some posting on social media so that you can fearmonger people into staying in your downline. Even though you're going to sit on here just like you have and said, you can love people in this industry. You just want people to win. No, you want people to win in your downline, because in order for you to win, you have to have people in your downline. But the sad fact is that the majority of people in their downline is not winning. And what is the source for that? Modere's income disclosure statement.
Just stay connected with us. Share this out with your teams, and we look forward to talking to you guys soon. Take care, everybody.
See ya.
Goodbye. Done with that. How are y'all feeling after that? That was wild. I love how people in MLM that are at the top of the pyramid try to say, we're going to give you some new tips on how you can X, Y, and Z. And then it's like you're waiting for the training to start. And then when the training starts, it's like, wow, I've heard that a million times. It's not new. It's not innovative at all. And please don't listen to these people in MLM. And this is just my opinion when it comes to marketing. Because absolutely not. Don't do that. Anyways, thank you guys for being here. Let me know what your thoughts were on this video, their marketing advice, what they're doing in Modere. Do you guys think that Modere is going to be around much longer as an MLM company, or do you think that they could be next on the chopping block? And when I say that, I mean going to an affiliate link or having the company, somebody come in and purchase the company, not repurchase, but purchase the company. Let me know what you guys think. Thank you for being here. If you have not already liked and subscribed, if you would do that, that would be amazing. It helps me get the word out so that people don't join these companies and fall for these schemes. Hope you guys have a great day. Sarah and Tony, I hope you all have the day you deserve. I'll see you on the next video. Bye, everybody.